Denver, Colorado. Tonto, now was what Nimu or grass, Bokre, we have Bob Mama, a reality 125 degrees Celsius. Wumpo or grass, there you see. Baba Aradia day, but of son of the battery, sanity. Na NS director, Yampo Franca say, Ejumano, or Masha a omugu so eye ho adwuma de na mum wogidi pa se baba yara pitch ne sey ase na nya nneyi na sha ase wu nti yemfa emotions yemfa bibia nto nchen yenhwe adwuma no se de sitie na adwuma no it requires time ni etimi afix na yawo last season yes start season yi say ya mo ama Asante kwa start wa ha omuko bai de adwuma na mo ye wo ho Osi ehia time nti yemfa bibia nto nchen ni emma kwa mom fix na chese Asante Kotoko e bia baba yara ha omuntime start wo ho. Don't forget say Kotoko both domestic and Afroba African so a Confederations Cup no mujinem tie Yampo Franca said you see e describe adwuma e koso o baba yara o ka say pitch na nya nei e na say na ehia time and yet me aye ho adwuma no. Okay, ose akasai ose say okay no
Kumasi Babaya, you so obviously in say current state of pitch no, and yeah, there we came to meet overnight. It's even last season. You manage it, but and yet the level that we would want international matches to be played. However, having said that, the good news is that we all agree, say, our pitches across Ghana are not in the best shape. Say, yeah, they raise standards and quality of our pitches. Pitches now are robust, are durable, are playable, and also you raise it to the highest standards possible. And currently, it's good to say, all stakeholders have agreed we need to work together to ensure, pitch, and then of course, not just the pitch, but the stadia across Ghana, they are brought to a certain decent standard. And it's going to be a long process. It's going to be a painful process, and it's going to take a lot of discipline and the removal of emotional reactions, responses, and planning. SAEBB very systematically and with maturity. And I think so far, majority of those involved, that's exactly what they are doing.
And Yampo Franca, and as a boss, and our tenant can now one fancy one. Or see, no question pan say, or moon shasenka, or moonsa. Ever keska free and penny for someone Namon Franco Yedman, but it be seen the Homo and Sanka Skabia. Now, Uchi and before Muno wedding come more a fat pitch no one some more cana. Esse, separate near Cassia Yenisi Sia, be a yen to me, and yenny ye be here. A merno, pay 2 months be. And yet media ye Jumania yen ye. This Casam Crown would it NSC boss.
Nobody can absolve the NSC. But Kakra, cannot credit. And the credit say we are waiting for funds to do the work. But in the meantime, we need to be innovative and creative and join hands together with stakeholders and work on our pitches as best as we can. Questioner, maybe horticultural department of KNUST. How soon can we get the pitch to a reasonable size? Dr. Jakasu, head of KNUST Horticulture Department, she was very blunt and clear. I said the least time the pitch would even be back to some sort of strength would be 8 weeks. But working round the clock. Now, the interventions, all the other technology, natural and artificial, combined there, we may be able to get some results earlier than that. But Onokra Eka say, Anka and say challenges and assignments she would have preferred we leave the pitch for them to work on it continuously for at least 2 or 3 months. And the reason being is that even when the pitch is looking good and is playable, it is about its recovery, resistance, durability. Ensure better obebo matches, area obebo matches. There will be lots of grass replacement, consistent work. It takes time. It's they are recommending say let's take our time and do it well. Unfortunately, it needs our luxury, And ideally, and that is what the NSA intends to do, is setting up a new department which is just dedicated to the maintenance of our pitches and our stadia across Ghana. It's something that we are in the process of doing.
Jambo Franka, a National Sports Authority boss, and Nancy Modia Tuja for Babara Sports Stadium. Juma Yedi Ewohono, Indi. Na, and chain the bar say Asante Kotoko, any came a cabum say pitch in the Swedman on Baye. Enti Yakofa videos at the Bremo Johnny Wakoma 87.9 FM. Na watering a Koso Ewo, came a boss. Me boss. Kenzuba promise Eliza say obemo mo Eliza na mo de abegu pitch no so omo koye na o se eye kakra edu anyimra na adwuma kakra omo ye ewo ho no ene ye wura mu ho sikase mo omo chemu a esi omo spend 80,400 Ghana cedis ai ho antini 80,400 eno mo spend na say eno mo chiche omo say watering in so no mo di go pitch no so nkwa no 15 trips na cost omo 60,000 Ghana cedis in so no check mama na say 15 trips and ye 60,000 na say a trip bia 4,000 na de in so no omo kotolo he na almost say power supply and so 4,000 then alluvial sand and also so far almost 10,000 Ghana and prisoners no mo don ba obeye adwuma no almost omo 1,800 miscellaneous na say other name bi omo atwenkiti bi no 2,600 and a fire service for almost allowance of their mom 2,000 nti sa okay kan nyina abom adwuma kakra ya na no mo beye Baba Yara Sports Stadium no almost spend 80,400 na eno na abeka ya na no mene the MP for Otafo Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports or remember Honorable Vincent Eko Asifwa Edin komo ama wokan say Baba Yara adwuma na yesi ye no Ebro Sports Ministry no so enu no wa appeal to the president say president in so earlier na president so aba say bo say Baba Yara no obeye no wasan akra kusi 6 modern international stadiums e ama 6 new regions na ti said the Honorable Vincent Eko Asifwa eche ni nsemu.
The truth is that Baba Yara, I believe say Aban way should be able to show that care. So within the shortest possible time, no. To me, I patient who baby. The catch Minister of Sports, no. In fact, this weekend when we had our last meeting at Asante, I personally raised the matter with him. I raised the matter with him and I encourage him as soon as possible. But the minister, no, hear me mobile because Aban no kasa budget for the Parliament, no. I'm not for keepers and shemo. There's something like capital expenditure. Goods and services in the crown points as well. Woefully inadequate. It's not even yeshe. But it is bigger than the Minister for Sports in these circumstances. But it is bigger than him. And that is why I'm praying that the government, headed by John Dramani Mahama, should make sure that the Ghana image and integrity we should quickly find a way to resuscitate and renovate the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. So that they are not for manageable who makes us Kotoko.
Enti say na MP for Otafo Honorable Vincent Eko Asifwa enso ekasafa Baba Yara no. Pepe. Na adwuma ya ba so yi say I didn't know what.
Dabi.
Almost must spend 80,400. Breakdown and Abdama.
And Yahi Sakura, and dear in Jom to say no Yanya day.
Dear Hadrian says, sir, you who I pump your I pipe lobby you grand up.
It mean just I spend 80,000 say Yanni just can't answer any day. Maybe some tea must be maintained.
Cassis come by, almost any Musan company for this Cababat. A basin.
It's young Povanka resign.
Wow.
Now, Mom, we are doing a Syrian Tony and Pamon Angovia.
Yes, stadium no.
And a skinny on Diomu 80,000 one. You any idea stadium no? 80,000. I'm Japanese. And then me da form to me person me hiti. Mam Jawadi. Boys can in Ajam Pacho.
80,400.
80,400.
Yes.
Who divided by Bank of Ghana rate? Mean you market rate, you know. Bank of Ghana rate now of 10.5. $7,658. No, almost any day say, almost use $7,000 in
$10,000.
There be. Almost use $7,658. Thomas say, yeah, day, more about to young prayer. Yeah, and I say, yeah, you just come from Rana, but some tears,
What's this number?
This is a little over $7,600. $7,600. Almost see any day, young pray or more. Almost see Tiomu Jai. Almost see Tigana for Jiska. Almost see Jabia Kotoko. And pre-finance. But we must know a certain direction.
But what I say, Adjumano, no, a bit take it time. Said ye,
Namp of Ankana Kai. Who named the Oka, my Mr. Who named the Oka.
And there's a boss who. Only Dredgeman.
Mommy overestimating for competences. I just saw baby 2025. Why has a boss to the him says I wasn't there. Why has a boss? Then has a boss with a mere 2 stadium numa 3 months. You started league Nako Kobo Oboazano. Yantum. Or the time, space of time, I say. Maybe says yes.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks. What they call months, I say.
2 months.
You 2 stadium 3 months. You started Ghana Premier League.
Say, dear Nami Pepe, I say the stadium wouldn't be ready. Effects when the Benya was Asante Kotoko, Titi Uso, or more bo league, or more defend the FA Cup, or more book of dressing cap, or more your signings are who ruin ya. Sebas or more in Yaba Bayarana, or more money it's now, how will it affect your more performance, no? As they enter into the new season.
Medasipa, we manage you because man has no Canadian was a penny. Stadium near Tum. Ah, no, na time Ghana ne Angola boy na Kafkazian too. Almost 5 months they are 2 stadium. Was it 8 weeks? So assuming we are going by their 8 weeks, still near starting Ghana Premier League in Boa. Tetesa Kotoko can use it for the Ghana Premier League. It's just on with Bible League or Nyasa.
12 September.
Send League near 12 September.
Again.
In
September, no, answer.
So almost started you made it out.
Say after almost starting in Walker 8 weeks, no.
So they need 8 weeks from that almost starting in the first week in here.
Well,
it told you this month they will 31 days. The 31 days, let's say.
Yeah, you find say August, September. And you the way
and now Kotoko first league game no kwa away. Kotoko first league game no kwa away.
Yeah.
Abusapeni.
Yes sir.
Let's proceed the discussions. What some no baby are there bana chire no. Ya wo nyansa sempa ya beka chire pa nkofo nya omunya competent o. Ya ntra mo bi meka je na me so wo kasa ya na suo. Esa ko tini so ni ebi gina na chi o nya hwe bra we die o bra ya o. What the confidence na kasa. The effect of any team not playing at their home venue is equal across the world. Sir, the reason you can't say about we both fear no be so bonify no be away no be. It is because there is an inherent advantage playing at home. Kofa last season league a ball across the world. Teams that we no be. Omunya more points e wo fie echa bonten. Wamu league no omunya more points e wo fie echa bonten. Kofa normally that is how it's supposed to be. Etubo se bebo season ya we abuza panyi. De ne modern man so ne awawe a all kono. ne points dodoɔ a onyaeɛ no emu dodoɔ no afa kɛseɛ no onya no ne fie deɛ wɔyɛ ne mmɔde mɔsɔ ani a wagye adeɛ no so no emu dodoɔ no afa kɛseɛ ɔgye ne fie na maame ntuatua wɔ so bebree maame mfa mmra UEFA Champions League wonim deɛ nti a yɛwɔ venues bi yɛfrɛ sɛ Cathedral of the UCL te sɛ Anfield because Liverpool ba okurom na ahyɛ ne tu a no second leg bi kɔbɔ a yɛmmɔ nwie okwa no maka kyerɛ sɛ welcome to Anfield ya na tatis yɛsɛ Real Madrid ayɛ remontada how many times ɔmo yɛ na wei saa Madrid magic nya bisa panyi dodoɔ na ya na yɛ Santiago Bernabeu ti waba wahyɛ no no ne wo ne mu ayɛ diwo de obi a head no obi a pem saa remontada dodoɔ no Madrid ayɛ ne fie AC Milan hu UEFA Champions League no na yɛ San Siro enti team bia ho ɔden agyina fie and absapanyi se yɛbɔ no a money fie a sporting wise it will affect you ma wie hɔ number 2 the financial aspect hwɛ sɛ woyɛ team na te sɛn ya ne yɛsɛ wowɔ problem ti wobɔ game no wɔ fie a ɛnyɛ yie nanse a na Madrid Santiago Bernabeu no mobɔ home games ɛwɔ Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium is in a capacity no compared to Santiago Bernabeu say you are losing revenue so there is a financial cost to when you don't play at home and you see me expanded discussion no every Kotoko so near the team be because only the home venue be Japan sporting wise no e be affected for footballing reasons and I've proven to you that overly table be o USBA the one we had the OG no or target more points of fear away all things being equal me say financial wise sa Asante Kotoko ebo matches e Baba Sports Stadium esan say Kotoko supporters are used to Kotoko playing at the Baba Sports Stadium, you know. The moment you take the game away from Kumasi, away from even Baba Yara, so you Kotoko match is free Baba Yara call Dr. Chase Sports Complex still a affect attendance. Sure. Okay, season be a Kotoko echo ball Korongo Waterloo Park. Na ye Baba Yara Juma. And a Kotoko echo ball. Yes, I'm ball Korongo Waterloo Park. Then it is expected say from Kumasi to Ejuso no buom edru Odumase eko konongo otra konongo efe dwaso banya efa se Kotoko supporters na wo ho bebrebe but still na attendance and main it is the moment you are not playing at home you are also losing that opinion. Okay. Number 3 is so your team now umobono ofia yana the identity and the spirit of the side no untai and so engown. So these are the effects should Kotoko not get the Baba Sports Stadium to play their games will ever affect you. Now enya Kotoko kwa team bia we has a folk every cry. Now they call baby for now na teams bi kwahye house wo yi Legon Park no so by heart ano ya na me kaisa house support be from the baby match na yemo na Crown Sports Stadium in India o yes team no spirit na wa Crown Sports Stadium enti abjapaji yes ade we effect na apart from Kotoko and our club no there is a huge effect on the National Sports Authority and also the end Makasa mamezanka biem say when a facility that you are managing becomes redundant, strategic management principle say we must reduce costs. Be strategic management you are always thinking about ways to increase revenue and ways to cut costs and cutting costs and say okay Baba has posted matches every other 2 weeks because on board now no matter no matter. So in a month if Kotoko use stadium no twice this is how much we generate based on say the generating engine about internal generator funds in there say na until the yafa workers don't say yafa ex workers the moment the stadium is not available to the OU the strategic management principle is say sit down and do X minus how much is not coming and that should affect Obiajuma Oye. So what stadium na buzapanyi. Esa so da bia activity course was stadium facility no air function anti. Em yetua o kana fe facility no function abia ma. It presupposes that somebody will sit down and say Debbie. And yeah, Mummy and Kati we and so every Monday to Friday, we sit here and between 3 and 6, you have a sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sports in here. But the sports department, about 5 to 6 people who are on the payroll. It is possible that strategic managers will sit down and say that hey, saying can in the sports, no, scarce no more. And you just sports, no more that's one. Or Mujis Camu, I just sports in here. There be any here about could be a piano pa or Baba a tidbit being a flash sports being Tino. Yaman coffee and Kabako. You will sit down to do that. And I do make a corporate, every corporate governance principle will support it. Say you are there, you are not working. And to the overall effect, they say the Barbarian Sports Stadium number of workers there, and they say workers, in as much as the class will suffer, the people working at the stadium, people begin to say that there have been a way coffee. We're in fast one so because stadium and first come maybe it was why there. Nafe obisu elusu na juma.
Wow.
The final one I was penny how much it will cost the local economy. And let me explain.
Okay.
Sir, ya bobo Barbarian Sports Stadium. Now drew ha. Ya show mo mbato tonam. Obi wa edru Saturday anopa no start ekoyam dokono ya ice kinky.
Yes.
Enkofo edi nsuo egu blog gu nsuo so enkofo the drinks eba wache uru bi beba anwom uru bi ba. That is what we call the local economy. Around the stadium when the game is done, the number of drinking spots around the stadium and how much sales they make when the stadium is active. So not using the stadium for a month, for 2, for 3, for 4 months, actually say the local economy, baby, cross stadium, you see, and in this instance, Barbarian Sports Stadium, sport our Asafo, Omo Stadium, Omo Makom, Omo Asokwa, Omo Bay Woni Yano, Japani, and maybe Chimubi or Amas Gate no sit or a stadium. Say Sunday, ya bokot komachi ye. Na Udru wana wuni padodua, Oma sunlight echo to the near there because Dodo na fra sorry. Okoba bi no abetrase and wabe game and wabe game 2 hours away and wapie come de no you see the number of people sama me no pa ma producer bako enye research with the woman say ordinarily when we play games at the stadium the Sunday you sales at say compared to compared to the match in yo another Kotoko lusu and who say the bia Kotoko game ashe the sales no and rise sharply. Actually say the local economy around the stadium, those who sell around the stadium, nyoma ni paya around the stadium nyina abusapanyi ye kromana skania na kan bisa Kotoko ebo home games as like hotels around Asokwa stadium ni nyina omuso sakosuru because can people travel ababe scan ni kronu can people will travel to come and watch bia oba Saturday no adana Sunday akwa na ball na afi woko esenka transportation system transport omo transport system no omo sales e cost when there are matches because and no crowd dey supply no crowd pragia for na ya no omo yetwemu ano Sunday dura okọ pipipi wo na obi red team ordinary question ye pon enti these are the effects of supply anya Kotoko nko anya has anya football team no nko the local economy then the stadium authorities themselves if they sit and they say last season when Kotoko Amor there is a revenue gap shortfall in here. Kotoko Ababoy no say any here, but we cannot keep the same number of people, the same employees if we are not making money, and they will begin to sack people. It's almost 10,000 a little over $7,000. Omun say omunya we abaja padie ye bohun bo neskaba ban eje. Wamode rente amomode ya dia ban eje. And we are not supposed to be told that you're using $7,600. And today, that's the question that I keep asking.
But as we pay, sir, my member was so, sir, OT NSC boss as I'm walking, or say park. If we say yen, and a human no grass, this car, and my yen take it time, yen fixing the yen near day. Then link it, sir, Basse, Kotoko, and you su Barbarian Sports Stadium, no. Last season, we became one started waha, or more boise, very terrible results. and now for Moye, ya, for Mobaya, a far Kakrama, club Nankasa. How would they feel this time more Africa? Our more person or more impressive. Kikambo, Mammy too.
NSC discussions on NSC BBA NSC nankasa one challenges nti ana san ye me ya say at times ebia omunni kama for and as omuntumi nka enioma ha omunti akwa say ye ba na yaka egu omo so ni abahye omo na yekọ but they obi so betimi aka say they deserve it now for a relevant campaign. That's why I'm for the great because I had come organizations, any companies, any entities, any government out to be beyond me was say you cut down numbers and then your skeletal staff will because nipa be brain or Hanover can be on ma na omo shada enye because of my redundant. Now modo bena the lives of clubs are only their own facilities. Inti uko Chelsea ebia na uko London clubs na enye London Borough anasa ebia ina manage your facilities. They manage their own facilities. Now I had the anakwa say clubs na nkase ni your facility inti akwa government facility but clubs
is more facility
few of them now more there now but in fact how nations are maintaining the facility compare that to how NSC maintaining way there no we be realize say how takwati ani maybe dance park any others ni maintaining your facility what they share how you maintaining Accra Sports Stadium, Baba Yara Stadium, Tamale Sports Stadium, AC Ponuma, you realize that there's a problem but then you know so akwa funding but I say this is what I have said. Proactive leadership say funding and free government home for maintenance of facilities. What's the NSC bisa say what other alternative measures need to me ya be maintaining facility no. No, yes, I believe so scanning Maya so scammer
no most static kakre into 80,400.
No my
almost watering no 15 trips 60,000 Ghana.
But they told us there's a reservoir. It was
reservoir I say
no irrigation system. No, I say. So I thought that's a who pay so. Never no be so good so on my so. Who pay so dia also yen so baba na.
Also we hear river water.
Huh?
Almost say papa never. Aye.
Enya river water me baba yara ni access to
me so me boa say omo no kra nsuo no ebi ni ho na papa na obehwe park no oso o mbehia river water state na park na yin this your for river water
so they don't need omo hia treated water na
60,000 Ghana
na me nimba bi obi konya we bi
4,000 alluvia sand 10,000
and that's the
miscellaneous 2,600.
So
fire service allowance 2,000 and prisoners no mo don ba no so 1,800.
To mo dey Brazil go to na we are what
na say
na nka so mo baji obi eska dem so far adwuma mo
enti what is
no but you can't also say that nyam na mo use facility so me this how na me so this how I think now my dream me say okay so facility no ho you who say government is not funding it Kotoko na wo hoi kuma say Asante Kotoko pacho mo mra me nhia now mo African campaign this particular time facility say na aye you trying government funding emma what do we do what's the way forward say Kotoko alternative be no some say oh mo trying government no mo nye and I said this is what yenso ye betimi aye to say the be betimi dia mentor because my dream say the enti e kana be do so ne say ya twa ma park na ba be say
no say free say yenye
no yes say no na yen kwa Baba Yara we have been going to Baba Yara even the last time we had music festival Baba Yara wasn't like this and then na Baba Yara deteriorated to this particular level and we have said that anytime I didn't be do say you know obeboka more This is what we have said. This is common logic. I didn't do say Obebo come on because I didn't attetias upon some. And to who ya Obebo come on. Then say, and if it was about just now, watching the facility, watching it kakra. Kumasi Asante Kotoko ya park no the idea in about a man's time. Now say they need to support with watering so the because government fund them. Kotoko beka so money. So I am saying that because somebody is not proactive, and I have said leadership no leadership they also to me think outside about even though me give to some time government your money na untimi mfa wo own and this is something that government also maybe one day but and also so your idea hanioma be brave because at times obi wo hono wonim say bia ka person will take initiative but at the end here government facility you know who confirm you can take initiative be ba audit wa ma obenya auditing issues be because then na akofa ade we be enti no at times a lot of entities so be o take government agency no the obe say ne yen twema ne mprontete aban de ba ne aye because bia okwa take initiative no oba benya ho asem. So government ought to remove certain bottlenecks and creativity and innovation and the handling of government facility. And then there's a I didn't know a security man to one officer skeletal staff or mukwe juma and the honuma food a fullness I yes ren or mukum when you and me because I know
so munye libres
no I don't know maybe you say no but it doesn't but it doesn't make sense a wolf why the oh far the anymore cotton office because I buy first come maybe a more break it down
to no because you say
a problem when it comes to government agencies. So government person on your proactive man yes there must be a certain level of creativity, ingenuity. Say born out of evil intentions say be me ye boni and me this can be that now you just me with good intentions I deal with sika mai but me to me you say am na ye and say me issues about it and yes are you Charlie
for the second season running second kwan start with baba and wa more baba Yara this time go more Africa in 2 minutes how will it affect them
Kumasi Asante Kotoko any new to playing outside because of my experiences I didn't be brave. Kotoko
Omo outside and so in time from last season mo papa
edru baby ana mo mpesa mo be bakra na fe ye ka se park na ye kra no mo mpesa mo be ba openye big campaign ye ka se park na ye kra no ye ka se field na ye o mo mra kra no afe ye
resource akodoko nya o
NSA koye donation ma mo kra nsa na mo ba
resource ne say ye
na resource ne say
very poor
no mo start there na it was they were winning until the resource
they
were winning they didn't even want to come until NSA koye no mo koye NSA koye donation ma mo
NSA declare say without Kotoko egu and Kotoko yes and no musin ko mu fio but the results very bad
and my boy Jesus my connections for no kakra na mu use wo kakra na
oh
and mo body I say
match back
back pe inti Kotoko new to going outside and apart from more use a class sports stadium so as a home ground
4 seasons ago I don't know muso mo renovation
muso could the traveler pa o mo to kwan
so no muso mo
renovation okay so I'm saying that Kotoko new to traveling outside but obiaso nim say home is home sweet home efie there efie ani fie to be but me I also fought Kumasi Asante Kotoko where I also expect that Kotoko nims at the end of September ye kwa si akan o realize NSA ye kokwasa no and so also tena won do such of them from also take initiative mun kona mu say at the end na ye hwede hu say things are not really going right what can we do to help to so the be ya ben into omu mienu nyina obi atiada ene ya ba be duran for me Kotoko bo home Kotoko African home there nipa ankohwe kra no Kotoko ne 15,000 20,000 video betumi anya for African games so ebeko against Kumasi Asante Kotoko hugely if they don't play at the Baba Yara Stadium.
But I say good evening Abujapanyi please I'm Oboloyima one of your ardent listeners at Asnamason Kwanta keep up doing the great job I really